believe I should have it here. Oh no. 1 second.
No problem.
Here you go. So, you do enjoy playing bot lane at the moment. Did I get that far? Right, okay. Then let's just jump into the custom game and I will tell you the basic things about it.
Okay, sure, no problem.
I've actually spectated your game today with Akali. I have a few comments on it as well.
Wait, which game did you spectate?
Well, I guess when you were playing Premade against Premade with the guys with their nicknames.
Basically.
Yeah. Where your Morgana was a AFK.
I'm so embarrassed. Those were the games I'm just chilling because I don't know how to play mid lane. I don't know how to play Akali or Katarina. I'm just playing for fun with my friends.
Well, this kind of things I will explain you to.
Rules are made to be broken.
Okay, just pick listen.
Or people.
Alright. Wow, you even know which champion I like.
Fired up and ready to serve.
Okay. Who's crying?
So, the main thing, and actually the only thing that you need to know about playing bot lane, the side that is pushing is winning the lane. And that is why you don't want to stay for too long playing against Lishin for your jungle. You want to get Lishin, well, helping, pulling, dealing damage to the buff if the jungle is starting the lower buff when it's starting in the lower jungle. Because when you push, it is much easier to harass the opponents. It is easier for champions like Blitzcrank, Trash, and other skill shot based champions to land their skills and to pressure even harder. So it's just like a snowball. You have only killed like 2 minions faster than them. You've got level 2 earlier. You've pushed them, or like in the ideal situation, you were managed to engage them when you're one level ahead. Win the trade really hard, and well, actually till the end of the laning phase, till the end of the first laning phase, till they go back, you have a huge advantage, and it is really hard to gank you, just because you have enough wards to evade ganks efficiently, and to deny the creeps really hard. I mean, well, that game as a Kelly, you were forced really early to run. You ran out of your potions, and you stayed under the tower for too long. You couldn't last hit at all, and you've missed 2, 3, maybe 4 waves for nothing. You should have just gone back and returned with potions to start last hitting. Because the longer you stay without ability to last hit, just the more gold you spend. Just probably backing as soon as you got just a really bad trade is a bad idea.
Okay.
So 155 we started here helping our jungler. Usually you as an AD carry, well, you land one auto attack, then your Q, another auto attack, and then you go back to the lane. And here comes the point where your mechanical skill shows up. You need to auto attack the minions all the time. and your support should do it too, but without using your skills. Why? Because you want to save your mana for trading. So when she comes, right here, and try to last hit. Well, try not to kill her. Dead bots, oh my god. So when she's trying to last hit, you try to harass her. At that moment, attacking her, then the same thing as dealing with the blue buff. You attack her, then Q, then another pyro on auto attacks, and then you win the trade. She goes back. So that's the main point. Then you should, well, just practice your last hitting. That's kind of thing that's pretty, well, personal thing. Everyone last hitting in a different manner. You should know about like the S button that stops your attack, auto attacks, and you just can stand in one place when your lane is pushing and you're feeling yourself confident. Then you're just standing in one place, and it is easier to last hit in this situation. But it only just use it only when your opponents are too passive and too afraid to go for last hitting. Other than that, well, she will try to last hit something eventually, and at the moment you should just. Okay, that was bad. You should try to apply pressure on her. That's the main idea. About warding, what can I say? If you should just feel that this which way your lane is going to be pushed right after, I don't know, probably 10 or 15 seconds, just by the way it goes, by the way your opponent pushing the lane. And if it is Caitlyn, for example, she will try to push with her Q, then it is okay to use your Qs as well. Just not to let her push. When Caitlyn gets her lane pushed, it is horrible. Her range is too big, and she pressure you too hard. It becomes really a pain in the ass, especially if she has support some Karma, or probably Nami is also really really pressures a lot, and Morgana, of course. So when playing Blitzcrank, you want to run out of the bush at the moment she wants to last hit. Just the very same moment. She comes to try and last hit, you come out, just press your W, but there is no need to rush it. You wait for her to run straight forward away from you, and at that moment only you try to land your skill shot. Your Q has a reasonably high cooldown, and during this trade you won't be able to land it twice or 3 times, so you need to be sure that you land it. Otherwise it will be a really most likely it won't be a trade in your favor, and that's what you want to avoid. Even if you just wait for the very last moment, you still can land your autos by attack moves. Do you know what it is?
They're like this.
Yep, exactly. You land your one auto, then cancel the third part of your auto attack animation and follows her. That's the main idea as well. Practically, playing AD carry in lane is more about your support than you. So, yep, most of the time. You can't be a playmaker, because if you are getting caught, then it is a huge fallback for your team. If you die, just the gold and the experience that your support will get if he survives your crazy engage is not worth it at all. And if your support just suicides for no reason, well, you should just go back to the tower immediately and make sure you won't die.
Okay.
And after that, take a look at the lane and just see which way is it is pushing. If it is pushing to your side, then okay, just wait and let those two minions die, but you won't get caught and die and lose even more. So get what you can. If your support sucks dicks, and I'd say it happens pretty much a lot. Yeah, but then you just well try to do your best and well get an experience under the tower and farming just all you can. Good thing to focus on is those cannon minions. You should be just very focused on it because uh, missing those three cannon minions in the first laning phase is almost uh, assist minus for you in terms of gold, and it is a crucial, especially in the early phase. Uh, there are a number of good exercises to get better at last hitting. So probably well, I'd say you're not bad at it, but sometimes it is worth it. Though I have never done them because before moving to AD carry, I played a lot of mid lanes, matchups, and I got used to playing and last hitting without bonus AD at all.
Right.
It seems like you have a wrong runes. Yep. Do you have light ID?
Yeah, Max.
Uh,
Max.
I, you better go attack speed on your queens. Because
Someone told me to go lifesteal.
yeah, lifesteal is okay, but lifesteal queens got nerfed last patch, and attack speed got buffed, so it is not worth it anymore to play lifesteal queens. It is better to go at attack speed. Your well attack animation gets better. It is easier to last hit. It is easier to trade in your favor on the lane when you have your that high attack speed. You can go either 2 queens on attack speed plus 1 AD queen, or all 3 go for attack speed. I personally play 3 attack speed quintessence. And I really...
We farm because with the extra attack damage,
Excuse me?
it helps me farm.
Yeah, a lot.
Extra attack damage.
That's true, but you need to be... you need to last hit without extra AD. That's the point of exercises. You just go with Lucian without any runes or masteries and try to get that 100% score on last hitting without anyone else on the map. Then after like I don't know, after 5 tries that you get almost 100%, you can start using your skills to secure some well, some missed CS.
Yeah.
And that's why it is good to spam one champion, because all of the champions in League of Legends have different kind of attack emotions, and not all of them are responsive. And you really get used to last hitting with one champion, then you just kind of stop. Well, not that good with last hitting with other champions, and you need to constantly get used to it, and probably play in a few more games with the champion after swapping from Lucian, for example. And as I have seen, you're you haven't played that much games, so I can't even say that you are stuck in yellow hell because you have played solid amount of games. It is kind of normal that you you're just in silver 5 so far. Like the games you have played, it is even hardly can be called a representative for, for statistics to to take place.
Because I played about 30 games in Silver 5 and I still can't get out of it. I wanted to be in Silver 4 within 20 games, but that didn't work.
As long as it takes.
But it won't change a lot after getting to Silver 4. Just all the same players playing there, and then Silver 3 and Silver 2 and Silver 1. It just...
I mean, what makes a diamond player like you different from a plat, gold, or silver?
actually decision making and positioning in the team fights. Laning phase, silver, like laning phase wise, silver players can be really good if they have played like tons of games of one champion. They have learned all the matchups on their lane. They last hit pretty decently, but they don't know what to do with this kind of lead. And the problem playing at the carry, like Lucian, that you are dependent on making either crazy moves and killing everyone one on one, being very squishy. That is that is risky because if you get outplayed, even winning the lane, the system, well, the meta at the moment is that you can really throw it. A team can throw pretty easily, and if you die, having the biggest part of your team's gold and kills, then your team ends up getting no damage in team fights. So the more kills you have, the more attentive you should be during team fights, because people, especially in low ela, gets a lot of tunnel vision on killing only you, and you can actually win team fights just by surviving that hard pressure. You should always keep in mind, okay, then I'm playing against Jax. I'm fed. Jax.
Sorry, hold on a second. What do you mean by tunnel visioning?
Tunnel visioning is these guys are focused on killing only one person, and they disrespect everyone else on your team because they.
Right, so they'll be focusing the ADC, for example, like me.
Yeah, if you are fed, or for example, you have low HP
Yeah.
after skirmish, and you, instead of leaving, you try to bait the enemy players on you, and you just, well, you don't try even to deal damage. All you do is try and bait them, because they think, aha, Lucian is low HP, and I probably won't run away from like your teammates. And he tries to kill you. You just running on the edge of their sight, and they end up dying for nothing. That's what I call tunnel vision. Or for example, a guy like I don't know, on top lane gets a really great trade with someone, and that person survives with 10 HP and running away from him. The guy that has just won the trade thinks, okay, I got this. I can't let this guy go, and he eventually tower dives, got CC'd onto the tower, and dies for nothing. That's what you call tunnel vision. You don't want it. You want to be focused on the objectives. If you force someone out of a lane, and you don't feel like, and you feel like, not confident about diving them and getting out of there alive, then you should just let them go back and push it, and let even not even push the tower, but let the tower kill the minions, and you end up getting ahead in gold. So kills is not everything. You just need to be decent at farming, uh, not falling behind in terms of experience, and then regardless of the kills, you can come back in the game. If someone flames you, and well, to be honest, that happens a lot, then you should just mute them. There is nothing you can explain these guys. A waste of time. Uh, okay, let's go and create another game. Leave that one. And just people playing in Diamond, or just most of them are oriented on objectives. Uh, well, they farm really hard, and in most cases, it is not even the farm in the first, I don't know, 10-20 minutes, but it is farm that goes after that, after the laning phase. Uh, people
You're
in
supposed to farm when your teammates are like in a team fight, and
you just you just secure your lane pushing, and you do this by well, for example, uh, your tower is destroyed on the bot lane, and a huge wave pushing bot lane. You just go there, kill that big pack of minions.
mm-hmm.
Then you just go ahead, kill the first pack of the minions that you meet, and then quickly rotate to the mid lane. And well, your teammates should survive it. You don't have to stay there for long, and you should always take take in consideration the position of enemies assassins. Probably they are waiting there on that lane, and you never ever want to go further than just, well, I'd say the vision that you have there. So it's most likely try bush when your tower is pushed, and just get into the enemy tower if your tower is still up.
Okay.
And if you are alone and you don't have a vision on the others. So. Another point, just I would recommend you to take safe routes going from bullying. It is can be risky to go through the tribush when you are on blue team, especially when you are facing supports like Morgana, Nami, Karma. They can deal a lot of damage sitting in this tribush with their AD carry, but well, sometimes you just take a risk. Statistically, that doesn't happen that often. Most likely, they will be helping their jungler as well. So just go and face check it. Probably one of 30, 40 games, someone will be there. Well, then you probably would end up burning your summoners. And another thing, you don't want to burn your summoners on early invades. If they invade you and you got stuck there in tribush, for example, being caught by Trash Hook or Morgana's mining, then you just die there like a man. Uh, because First Blood doesn't give anything at the moment. Like literally, it does nothing. and if you waste your summoners, and then during the laning phase you will die just because you have wasted your summoners for nothing earlier in the game, then it will be much more crucial for the flow of the game than just
Okay.
dying there in the first 2 minutes of the game. Gosh.
Oh my god, that damage. Oh god. You should have pushed. I was out of HP. Alright. Well,
Well, that's the idea. So you come to the lane, you try to push. I was pushing with my Q, and you were not. You were trying to deal damage to me, and dealing damage with your skills to the enemy champion is worth when your lane is pushing. If it is getting pushed, then you better go on and push the lane first and then try to harass
right.
by your autos.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's missed so much fun.
And just because you haven't pushed that lane, and actually that tons of creeps just denied like a minion wave from you, you ended up in a bad situation.
Oh wow, nice. I see. Oh look, you're 14 farm as well. That's awesome. That's pure awesome.
So you won that trade in the first laning phase, but just because you haven't pushed, you lost.
I put in a bush to surprise me or something. But I'll just back just to ensure I don't get killed.
Well, that's just because you are not confident with the champion you play. You don't know the damage. You don't know what can you survive and what not. But that's perfectly normal. You just have nothing in terms of experience comparing to me. Like, I don't know, I have more than 2,000 normal games, and you have only like 500 or something like that.
I started playing this game last year in November.
Yeah, so, well, that's fine. You will learn these things. You will learn the champions, and by spamming Lucian, you will learn matchups on bot lane, and it will be easier for you to move to the other AD carries. Just because they're pretty much the same thing going on, just a little nuances there, but that's not a big deal. And what's more, just by playing Lucian, you will face a lot of Dravens, Ezreals, and other. So you will be already experienced on how people play, how people play them. Well, Ezreal was just for an example.
But when I play against Israel, I usually stand behind my minions and use my Q to harass them. And that's because Israel can't use his ability to harass me with minions in front of me, but I can.
Yeah, exactly. So you learn their weaknesses and their strengths. Well, you shouldn't disrespect me. And one more thing. When you're laning against someone and like you had a really long laning phase, and then you go back. Sometimes you have a choice. Either you go Bev Sword, or you go several just second Doran Blade and Vampiric Scepter. So you should always check for your the choice of your enemy, and if you have already fallen behind, you should warn your support that you should avoid fighting, and if something goes wrong, that this support should disengage and not fight. That's a crucial moment, just because probably you have farmed like worse than your opponent, and he got BF like probably a little bit ahead of you, and just because you were short on 200 gold, you went for Doran Blade and Vampiric Scepter. So you don't want to fight them in a longer in a all-in team skirmish. You want to poke them, and that's what you should tell to your support, because sometimes they just don't give that much attention to it.
Which is so annoying sometimes. Like, you're behind and they go all in. Ouch! That damage! Wow! Awesome. Awesome, bro.
Well, I've played a lot of Draven when he got his bleed passive, and people was dying from it. That was hilarious. So what can I say? Well, in terms of team fighting, right now I'm playing a lot of Ashe. Why do I play Ashe? Because I want to engage a lot. And what's more, I have my a good friend playing with me, and he plays a lot of Zyra. And we've actually found out that it is an awesome combo, even before Cloud9 started playing it. But at that point, don't know, I thought the Draven was stronger, and as well as Misfortune, so we didn't abuse it that hard. But right now, we play a lot of Zyra Ashe, just because even we fall behind in lane, it is easy to come back. But the problem is that you rely on your Zyra to deal a lot of damage, and basically your slows increase damage of Zyra, and you deal not like almost zero damage compared to her. So, but the good point is late game, mid game, you can engage yourself. I don't know yet whether you have enough knowledge to do that or not, just to find possible ways to engage. Ah. Ah.
Can I back now? Actually, I'm gonna pop it. Oh no.
I will kill the tower.
Oh no. No!
That's a common mistake. People just don't pay attention to the HP bar of the tower and think that it will protect him. But the tower just dies and then you... Oh my god. So just later on, well, like me, I have pushed the tower. I never want to stay here. I will definitely go back, buy and apply pressure to the mid lane. And try to make plays. I don't want to stay here just because my mid laner will 100% sure miss his enemy missing. Like Fizz coming out of the just behind the wall. Jungler rotating to the bot lane as well. So you don't want to throw your lead away, so you go and push mid lane at that moment. That's pretty much it. Like, if you just try to push the lane before you go back, if you have won the trade, you don't want to like your huge wave denying your experience and clearing most of the experience for the enemy when they come back. Play a lot Lucian and you will become better with it.
I heard that Lucian might get a nerf in the next patch. Is that true? Or what do you think of it?
Well, I'd say that all of AD carries are constantly get balanced, so I don't know. So I don't care that much. Some of them getting better, some of them getting worse.
Okay.
So he will still be decent. He's played because he has awesome escapes and he's good in solo queue because you can survive yourself even in cases when your support just leaves you. And you can really just by playing passively and predicting the enemies going full ham on you, survive it. Even if you are playing against Jax, Yasuo, and other hard engages. It's not like Jinx that is it relies a lot on her positioning. If she positions herself really bad in the start at the start of the team fight, she has no escapes and she dies instantly. Lucian can run away and still deal damage, so
Oh wow! I'm guessing that's because you have Infinity Edge.
yep. Probably that's why. I'm not sure though.
Lifesteal is.
The good thing that you wait for me to yeet you, so you can then E out of it yourself. If you don't wait and my E strikes you at the time you try to E yourself, then your E will be cancelled and you will be stalled and you die.
Okay. Oh no! I surrender!
Okay. So how many time do we have? Okay, you should go now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then come back in 30 minutes. I will be waiting for you. Probably I will start a solo queue though.
Sorry?
Probably I will start a solo queue, but after I finish, we'll go back to the
Alright, yeah.
lesson. Okay, thank you.
See you later.
Yep.